Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Far too much talking, not enough humor, too stupid, actually made me want to kill myself. Too much blue.
What do they want from me?
Video game reviewers, IGN, GameSpot, Hepatitis C.
That's an RNA virus. Close enough. Video game reviewers are important to the video game industry. They let you know, do you really want to spend $60 on a brand new video game? Like, do I really want to spend $60 to buy WarioWare? Yes.
Usually I don't really care what a reviewer says about the game. If I want the game, I'm buying the game. Like, they can say, buying the game sells my information to the Chinese government, and do I look like I care?
Look man, I just wanna fuck with Wario.
If I want the game, I'm buying the game. I don't care, to be honest. There were so many reviewers talking bad about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and hey, I still bought it anyway.
But that's just because I'm kinda stupid.
I watched so many reviews on this game. I knew it was a bad game, but I just had to have it.
That was £15, not well spent, but spent nonetheless.
But let's dig a bit deeper into some big game reviewers.
Well, what else is there to do? Actually play video games? Disgusting!
Let's start with the most iconic one, IGN. IGN, which is an acronym for Imagine Games Network, started on the 29th of September 1996 and was made by one Chris Anderson.
It always is.
IGN started off as a collection of websites such as N64.com, PSX Power, and Saturn World. They later combined all of them under one website, IGN, in 1998, and since then has been the source of who cares.
Ha. Found him.
Before I talk about their reviews, which is what they're known for, they actually do a lot more, which people tend to forget about. IGN I find to be an extremely good news source for all game news, as well as most other pieces of media. They also have interactive maps, so those big open world games with massive maps. America Truck Simulator, anyone? They also have a store on their website, which you can buy overpriced video game merch. $300 Fallout Pip-Boy, anyone?
You had me at 300, lost me at Fallout.
Alright, I've put this off long enough. How are the reviews?
They gave GoldenEye on DS a 5.5 out of 10? Those bastards dare this peak!
Right, so I know a lot of people don't like their reviews and think they're garbage. I think something people need to realize is that there's no difference between these guys' reviews and any other online reviewer. Now, granted, some reviews are dumb, like GoldenEye on DS.
I dream to be this high of standard.
An IGN reviewer looks for things that nobody thinks of, like movie critics, which they gave on Her Majesty's Secret Service an 81%.
I'm getting my opinions from the newspaper from now on. Wow, I never thought about communism in that way.
But don't get me started on their videos. They're alright. Not much really to say. They just feel like any other game review, just a bit more corporate.
Hi guys, definitely a video game fan here, and you can tell by the fact that I always make obscure game references, always have the popular opinion, and by the fact that I definitely don't have a gun to my head. E.T. for the Atari 2600, worse than Hitler. Fallout New Vegas remake, when please?
Granted, not all their video reviews are good. One example everyone points to is the Sonic Unleashed video, and oh my god, it's awful.
Perfect by any mean. The jump button can be fatally unresponsive at times.
No, the jump button is just pressure sensitive. Just tapping it causes a hop, and holding it causes a full jump.
And it's just a lot of trial and error gameplay that can get a little bit repetitive after a while.
You're just holding right and jumped over the booster.
Oh yeah, and you have stretchy arms, cause, you know, everybody knows that werewolves have stretchy arms.
Oh yeah, and everyone knows that hedgehogs run at the speed of sound. Another thing in this review is that he barely holds the boost button, making this game look hella slow. This review is genuinely awful. Then again, what did I expect after looking at the online review? The first paragraph is comparing Sonic Unleashed to seeing an old friend who has ruined his life with a heroin addiction.
Well, if IGN doesn't do it for you, might I suggest GameSpot? Wait. Who?
Yeah, GameSpot, we all remember these guys, right? GameSpot was created in 1996 on the 1st of May by Pete Deemer, Vince Brody, and John Epstein, with a specific UK version starting in October 1997, with content differing from the American version. Hold on, give me a second.
Let's go! Tea and biscuits!
I honestly wouldn't blame you for forgetting about this company. Comparing these reviews and IGN reviews, I generally prefer IGN reviews. They're more to the point. I swear you only really go to GameSpot when IGN hasn't reviewed a game you want to see, or you're a masochist. While they do some video reviews, it's definitely not as far up their alley as IGN's, and their video reviews feel more like the verdicts from IGN's reviews. If that was the review, paired with subpar criticism, leads to weird reviews. Take the Payday 2 review for example. In this review, the reviewer ranks which version is the most fun to play, based on which console is the easiest to find players with microphones on, like it's the console's fault.
Let's put it this way, if IGN is in who cares anymore territory, that means GameSpot's in... I can't lie, they're so forgettable, I forgot what I was about to say.
Metacritic, now I know what you're thinking.
They review video games?
Metacritic is mainly known for movie reviews, which while I'm here, let me just check.
Oh, god fucking damn it!
Metacritic reviews single-handedly make me confused about game review scores. Like, how does Hitman Blood Money on PS2 have a higher score than the Xbox 360 and PC version? Look at these versions side by side. Which version looks better to you? Oh, come on, obviously it's the version that looks like cat vomit. Obviously. I'm joking, but it always confuses me how two versions of the same game that are identical have different review scores. Like, it's the same damn game! But that's really all there is to say about Metacritic. Due to the nature of the website, there isn't one overall review, but instead a bunch of other people's reviews all coming together to make the final review score. And to be fair, this is probably the best way to do it. You're getting a bunch of different people's opinion on the game, so you can sift through the crap and biased reviews.
So that's gaming reviewers, or at least half the story, because so far I've only looked at big online mainstream reviewers, but there are so many other smaller reviews that have come about since the rise of the internet, which thank God they exist, because if I start talking about gaming reviewers, imagine what that would do to my social credit. Oh God!
The first review we're going to talk about here is a game review show from the 90s, so no internet.
Haha! 'Tis I, a lying bastard!
The show in question is called Flights of Fantasy, or it's more known now, Gaming in the Clinton Years.
What did he have to do with gaming? I did not have any sexual relationship with Lara Croft.
Flights of Fantasy was a public access TV show with the exact date of starting being unknown. All we know is that it started in 1996, and the main presenter of the show being a man named George Wood. And these reviews are questionable.
The ending is pretty stupid. It reflects the lack of emphasis on cinematic sequences in the game. In the ending, Bond escapes in a helicopter, and then we see him kissing Natalia in the jungle. She goes, "Ooh, James," and the credits roll.
Oh wow, if only there was a film based on this game.
And frankly, we don't care about the multiplayer stuff. No one buys a game specifically for multiplayer options.
Oh, George, my boy, you are wrong.
Besides, when was the last time you saw an ant as big as a mushroom? Granted, realism is not required in a video game.
Oh yeah, come on guys, the realism! His gaming skills isn't exactly great. Back to the Bugs Life review, come on, just make the pissing jump! It's not that hard!
The easy mode is extremely difficult, so much so that we could not pass the Stampede level without cheating and using the Game Shark.
It's a goddamn kids game, and an easy one at that.
Falling off cliffs is rather easy when the camera doesn't show them to you in time. The poor level design and sloppy graphics seal the game's fate.
You ran off the edge! He also has a tendency to say really obvious things.
This is a game the whole family can play, since Mario Kart 64 uses the 4 controller ports on the front of the system.
Really? Well, what else would they use?
Speaking of action figures, take a look at this one. It's a takeoff of Blanca from Street Fighter 2. Also notice the similarities to other Street Fighter characters on the package design. Aha! We caught these guys ripping off Capcom.
Really? Are they? Good job, Sherlock!
After my deductions, I've come to the conclusion that the floor is made of floor, Watson. Oh my god, Sherlock. You're a fucking idiot.
Alright, now let's talk about someone you actually know. The angry video game nerd.
To play the shitty games that suck ass, he'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear.
What a loser.
The Angry Video Game Nerd was created by James Rolfe on the 25th of May 2004, with the first 2 episodes being on Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The series was originally called Bad NES Games. The first 2 episodes were joke videos, with the joke being how upset people got at games that were already over 20 years old. With some convincing from his friends, he put the episodes on his website, Cinemassacre, and later put them on YouTube in 2006, and the rest is history. The Angry Video Game Nerd, or Angry Nintendo Nerd as he was known at the time, created really high quality game reviews, especially for 2006. And in all honesty, he was really the first of his kind, because yes, gaming in the Clinton years may have come out in the 90s, they weren't good as opposed to AVGN, which they were really good for 2006. This was mainly due to James Rolfe's filmmaking background. The Angry Video Game Nerd is still going today and even released a movie in 2014, which is questionable.
One thing would remain: bologna sandwich.
AVGN was truly a pioneer of his time, which inspired many clones like the Irate Gamer and the Game Dude.
Don't mind me just making sure I'm safe, after all, he's still on the run.
Since the Angry Video Game Nerd's success, most game reviewers tend to follow this path, while still doing their own thing, like Some Call Me Johnny, JonTron, Angry Joe Show, and Scott the Woz.
Hey all, Explosive Maniac here. Get the fuck out.
Now granted, there's still other types of reviews like the Before You Buy series, which is just talking about games and giving spoiler-free reviews, just so you know if you want to buy the game. And of course, you can't forget the 8-hour-long video documentaries. I'm looking at you, Pyrocynical.
You can't. Here, I'll tell you what happened at the 2-hour point of Pyrocynical's Dark Quiz video. Oh, wait, never mind, I forgot. So that's video game reviewers. Now, yes, I didn't mention the reviews in game magazines like Nintendo Power because I think they're worth discussion on their own. But you know what? I think it's time. I think I'm ready for my next game review. Let's do this! Mario Party 9 is for stupid. Yeah, that sounded a lot better in my head.